In a world changing at an incredible pace, where old skills become obsolete or replaceable with ease, continuous learning is not just a choice, it's a necessity. The book, Educate Yourself Daily for Success, presents a revolutionary perspective on transforming daily learning into a powerful tool for personal and professional success. It's not just about reading books or attending courses. It's about building a lifelong habit that reshapes your mind, broadens your horizons, and enables you to outperform 99% of people. This summary will take you on a journey through the book's key principles and strategies, featuring practical examples, scientific insights, and inspiring stories that prove daily learning is more than a slogan. It's a deliberate path to preparing for the future. We often associate learning with school years or specific programs, but the book reminds us that true learning doesn't end at graduation. Books read, courses attended, lectures followed, all are merely tools. The crucial element is consistency. The author cites Google as an example. The company dedicates 20% of employees' time to self-learning, leading to innovations like Gmail and Waymo. Here, learning isn't an investment, it's part of the company's daily culture. But this isn't limited to tech giants. Consider how companies like Amazon and Microsoft have integrated learning platforms like LinkedIn Learning into their internal systems, resulting in a 25% increase in employee retention and innovation. Even individuals can adopt this mindset. A nurse in Texas, for instance, spent 30 minutes daily studying AI applications in healthcare, eventually developing a tool that reduced patient wait times by 40%. The key takeaway? Learning is a muscle. Strength comes from regular use, not intensity. "There's no time for learning" is a common excuse. The book debunks this myth by presenting effective time management techniques. First, micro-learning. Dedicate 20 minutes daily to reading an article or watching a video. Second, turn routines into learning opportunities. Listen to podcasts during commutes or learn a new language while eating. Third, leverage technology. Use apps like Udemy or Coursera for short, focused lessons. Even small, consistent efforts compound into massive growth over time. But let's go deeper. The Pomodoro technique isn't just about 25-minute intervals. It's about aligning learning with your brain's natural focus cycles. Studies show that the human brain can sustain deep focus for 90 to 120 minutes before needing a break. By structuring learning sessions around these rhythms, you double retention rates. Additionally, the book introduces the 1% rule. Improving by just 1% daily leads to a 37 times growth over a year. For example, if you spend 15 minutes learning Spanish each day, you'll master conversational fluency in 18 months, enough to navigate a trip to Spain or connect with 500 million speakers worldwide. The book emphasizes that learning without a goal is like traveling without a destination. It introduces the SMART model for setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to learn programming," say, "I want to learn Python in 3 months to build a small app." Track your progress using metrics like hours invested or projects completed. Avoid unrealistic goals that sap your motivation. Choose areas aligned with your professional or personal ambitions. Set deadlines to drive action. But SMART goals alone aren't enough. The book adds a fifth layer: sustainable. Goals must be adaptable to life's chaos. A marketing professional aiming to learn data analytics might adjust their timeline if a project deadline looms, but they'll still complete one module weekly. This flexibility prevents burnout while maintaining momentum. Real-world proof? A teacher in India used this approach to transition into EdTech. She set a goal to build a mobile app for rural students, broke it into 10-minute daily tasks, and launched the app within 6 months, now used by 10,000 plus children. In the age of information overload, quality matters more than quantity. The book advises focusing on high-quality sources, books by renowned authors, courses from top universities, and mixing learning styles. Combine reading, watching videos, and hands-on practice. Start by deepening expertise in one field before branching out. For example, if you're learning digital marketing, master SEO before exploring social media ads. This focused approach ensures depth and relevance. But how do you filter noise? The book provides a quality filter framework. 1. Credibility. Check. Verify the author's credentials, e.g., MIT professors versus anonymous bloggers. 2. Practicality. Test. Does the content include actionable steps, not just theory? 3. Community validation. Check reviews on platforms like Trustpilot or Reddit. 4. Currency. Check. Is the information updated within the last 1 to 2 years? For instance, when learning cybersecurity, prioritize courses from SANS Institute or CompTIA over generic YouTube tutorials. A software engineer in Brazil followed this method, completing a 6-month cybersecurity certification, and now earns 3 times his previous salary. Many people struggle with self-doubt or fear of failure. The book explains that failure isn't the end. It's a teacher. For instance, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. To stay motivated, create a support group of friends or mentors who hold you accountable. Also, combat mental fatigue with techniques like the Pomodoro method. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This keeps your brain fresh and focused. But the book goes further. It introduces failure reframing. Instead of seeing setbacks as proof of inadequacy, view them as data points. A startup founder in Kenya, after 3 failed business attempts, analyzed each failure to identify patterns. Now, his 4th venture is thriving. The book also emphasizes the role of neuroplasticity. Every time you learn, your brain physically rewires itself. Studies show that consistent learners develop thicker prefrontal cortices, improving decision-making and resilience. This isn't just metaphorical, it's biological. When life gets busy, how do you find time to learn? The book offers clever solutions. Integrate learning into your job. Take online courses that improve your current role. Use waiting time wisely. Listen to audiobooks while commuting or review flashcards during lunch breaks. Automate repetitive tasks using AI tools like Zapier or ChatGPT to free up mental space. Remember, even 10 minutes of focused learning daily adds up to 60 hours a year. That's enough to master a new skill. But let's unpack this. The book introduces the Learning Integration Matrix, which categorizes daily activities into 4 quadrants: high impact, low time, quick wins like listening to podcasts during commutes, e.g., The Knowledge Project for critical thinking; high impact, high time, deep dives like weekend workshops on niche skills, for example, blockchain development; low impact, low time, mindless scrolling, replace with 5-minute micro-learning; low impact, high time, unproductive tasks like excessive email checking. Automate or eliminate them. A busy executive in Dubai used this matrix to save 15 hours weekly, dedicating 10 hours to upskilling in AI. Within a year, he was promoted to CTO. The book warns against passive learning, absorbing information without using it. True growth happens when you apply what you learn. Start with immediate action. After learning a new coding skill, build a tiny project. Review key concepts every 2 weeks to reinforce memory. Most importantly, teach others. Sharing knowledge deepens your understanding and creates value for your community. For example, if you learn graphic design, create free templates for local nonprofits. But the book adds a critical layer: learning through teaching. The Feynman technique, explaining concepts in simple terms, boosts retention by 70%. A medical student in Nigeria used this to master anatomy, She taught her younger siblings using everyday objects, e.g., your spine is like a stack of building blocks. Now, she's a top-performing surgeon. The book also stresses the power of learning sprints. Intense 2 to 4 week bursts of focused study, followed by reflection. A graphic designer in Mexico completed a 3-week sprint on 3D modeling, then launched a freelance career earning $5,000 per month within months. Meet Steve Jobs. He dropped out of college but took calligraphy classes out of curiosity. Years later, those skills shaped Apple's iconic typography. Malala Yousafzai turned her fight for girls' education into a global movement after surviving an attack by the Taliban. And Salman Khan started by tutoring his cousin via video calls. Today, Khan Academy helps millions learn for free. These stories prove that learning, when paired with courage and action, changes lives. But the book reveals lesser-known examples too. Consider Dr. Jane Goodall. She spent decades studying chimpanzees in Tanzania, not with advanced degrees, but with relentless curiosity and daily observation. Her work revolutionized primatology and conservation. Or Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, who transformed the company by adopting a learn-it-all mindset, reading 50-plus books yearly and encouraging employees to experiment fearlessly. These cases highlight that learning isn't about credentials, it's about curiosity and consistency. The book calculates that just 1 hour of daily learning equals 365 hours a year. Harvard Business Review found that professionals who learn consistently earn 46% higher salaries than those who don't. But the real value isn't just financial, it's resilience. In a world where AI automates routine tasks, human creativity and adaptability become priceless. Learning ensures you stay ahead of change, not behind it. Yet the book dives deeper. A 2023 MIT study showed that continuous learners are 3 times less likely to experience career stagnation. They're also 50% more likely to pivot successfully during economic downturns. For example, during the 2020 pandemic, professionals who had upskilled in remote collaboration tools, like Notion or Zoom, retained jobs while others were laid off. The book also highlights the mental health benefits. Learning reduces stress by 30% by shifting focus from problems to solutions. A retired teacher in Japan, for instance, learned digital photography during lockdown. Now her nature photos inspire global communities. The book urges readers to connect personal growth with purpose. Learn a language to help refugees, study environmental science to tackle climate change, or explore history to avoid repeating past mistakes. For instance, a teacher in Kenya taught coding to girls in rural villages. Now, they're building apps to solve local problems. When learning serves others, it becomes a force for good. But the book expands this with a purpose-driven learning framework. 1. Identify a problem. What issue in your community or field ignites your passion? 2. Map skills to impact. What knowledge can address this? E.g., learning data visualization to expose climate injustice. 3. Build community. Partner with NGOs, universities, or online groups to scale your efforts. 4. Measure change. Track tangible outcomes, e.g., reduced food waste by 20% using IoT sensors. A group of students in Brazil used this framework. They learned solar energy engineering, installed panels in 50 homes, and cut electricity costs by 60% for low-income families. The book's core message is simple. Your mind is your most powerful weapon for the future. Daily learning isn't a luxury. It's a lifestyle that reshapes who you are. By building a system, overcoming obstacles, and turning knowledge into action, you'll achieve results beyond your wildest dreams. The world never stops evolving, and neither should you. Start small. Read 1 page today. Listen to a podcast on your next walk. Take a free online course this week. Every second you invest in yourself is a step toward a brighter tomorrow. Educate yourself. Daily for Success isn't just a guide, it's a call to revolutionize your life. Through consistent learning, you'll unlock opportunities, solve problems, and inspire others. The journey begins with a single choice: to grow, one day at a time. So what are you waiting for? Start now. Your future self will thank you. Bonus: the 5-day learning challenge. To kickstart your journey, the book proposes a simple challenge. Day 1. Identify one skill you want to master. For example, public speaking. Day 2. Find a high-quality resource. For example, TED Talks on communication. Day 3. Practice for 20 minutes, e.g., record yourself speaking and review. Day 4. Teach someone what you learned, e.g., explain a key tip to a friend. Day 5. Reflect. What changed? How will you keep going? This challenge has transformed thousands. A shy accountant in Canada used it to land a promotion as a team leader. A single mom in Mexico built a $10,000 per month Etsy business by learning digital design. The proof is undeniable. Your potential is limitless when you commit to daily growth. Final thought. In 2024, the average person spends 3.5 hours daily on social media. What if you dedicated just 1 hour of that to learning? In 1 year, you'd gain 365 hours of expertise, enough to become an expert in any field. The choice is yours. Scroll or grow. The future belongs to those who choose to learn.